my content, I'm the man with the morse. Billy Rose in the house, breaking down those doors. Mutation, creation, making waves, that's the norm. With the snakes in my hand, feel the power transform. Yo, it's Billy Rose, let me tell you a tale. From the heart of Canada, where the pythons prevail. Got the rack stack high, morphs that'll make you smile. From clowns to ultra males, I'm running this reptile mile. Started from the bottom, now collections elite. Feeding asfs, every snake gets a treat with the community tight. I'm the breeder you seek. Mutation, creation every day of the week. Social media buzzing, see the followers grow. On YouTube, Instagram, watch the Billy Rose show. The Hatchlings to the Giants got the genetics unlocked. In the reptile game, I'm the TikTok of the clock. Channel my content, I'm the man with the morse. Billy Rose in the house, breaking down those doors. Mutation, creation, making waves, that's the norm. With the snakes in my hand, feel the power transform. Gold scissors in hand, cutting clutches with flair. Reppin' Toronto, Canada, you know I'm rare. Team Ultra Male strong, colors vivid and bright. In the world of ball pythons, I'm shining the light. Handling the pythons with precision and care. Every stripe, every pattern, got the flair to compare. Networking worldwide, with breeders on the scene. Billy Rose setting trends, living out the dream. Took a visit to the shows, reppin' hard every day. With the fans and the fam in the game, you stay. Got the dedication, the fire and the drive. In the reptile revolution, we're keeping it alive. From the incubators warm to the racks on the line. Billy Rose got the knowledge with a mastermind. With every snake that hatches, another goal we find. Mutation, creation, always one of a kind. My channel, my content, I'm the man with the morse. Billy Rose in the house.
Pretty cool. Happy Monday. What's going on, everybody? I put that on. I was on my man Mike, Herb Collector, on last weekend. I was on his live, and he played that at the end. It was done by AI, and it's pretty badass. I was pretty impressed. I got to find a way to shorten it or take clips out of it, but it's pretty badass. I like it. It's groovy. So just want to make sure. Oh, you already did it. Look at that. Sounds and looks great. Just wanted to make sure. So let's see. Yeah, everything's good. So happy Monday. Hope everyone's having an awesome day so far. And oh shit. Snakes in my hand. I was a little sus. Yeah. Well, that's awesome. Oh, you kill me. Constricting Creations, fellow Canadian. Loud and clear, which is awesome. So we'll get down to it. Number one, Brian, Boop and Snoots, my man. How you doing? My man, look at this. Number two, Sammy. Look at this guy. Bull Python in the house. Number two. And oh, look at this, Mike. Morph Av says, hey, Billy, thanks for adding me on Facebook. I enjoy all of the great knowledge that you share, brother. Thank you. Oh, look at this. He has another thing to say after. Go for Coco's the best shit. Hit that like button and share. And so close. Virgil. Just on the edge. Number 4. How you doing? So I'm going to do this. Welcome to Mutation Creations, my channel, my content. That is Monday night at 8 p.m. Eastern now. Thank you guys for all popping in. And I'm going to put up Husbandry Pro. And along the bottom, I'm going to do the, are you using it? So let's see who else is in the house. 219, happy Monday, my man Fred. Oh, Tripping Balls, how you doing? I met the parents the other day, which was awesome. They came in and gave them a quick little tour. Awesome stuff. Next time you guys got to accompany them. H&B Exotics, what's up? Irresistible, what's going on? Hey, Billy in chat, whatever y'all did today, I hope it's been great. Look at the positivity. My man Joe. Oh, 47 minutes to go. I guess that's when you tuned in. 7. You guys are early birds. Dwight the Pie Man, how you doing, brother? My man Paul, Seraphim Serpents. Sammy made it up to the top 3. Great job, amigo. Took your spot. You're usually up in the top 3. Brian Heathen Hatchery, what's going on? Hope all is well. Thanks for tuning in. Shannon working. Yeah, training for operations and dispatch. It's still here. Awesome stuff. Good to see. Moving on up. Working hard is paying off. Always usually does. And I say always usually because it doesn't always, tags pythons. My man Jeremy, what's going on? Stan, how you doing, brother? Look at this. Positive people. I love it. Eric's Morph Factories in the house. Volcanic Constrictors this evening. Nice looking snake. Snaky. My man Ed Trooper says, good evening, Billy and chat. Hope you all had a great weekend. I'll be listening for about 30 minutes and then I'm out. Got to get up early for work. Yes. So you're 6 hours ahead. So it's 2 a.m. in the morning where you are. So appreciate you always popping in whenever you can, my man. You're a trooper. And when you get a good sleep and wake up, have an awesome day. Don't work too hard. Holy shit. Ken, how you doing, brother? Lester, hello, everyone. Hope everyone's having a good Monday. Guys, this is my second year with ball pythons. And finally got my first clutch last week. Congratulations. So second year, first time having a clutch. Awesome stuff. It's amazing, isn't it? So now you just got to wait patiently, wink, wink, until you either cut them or have them pip and hatch, So it is an awesome feeling, but congratulations. That's awesome. Nick, how's it going, everybody? Just wanted to let everyone know who tuned in last Monday. Got my mail to eat without having to assist feed. Awesome. Gave him a pre-killed rat hopper. So I might have to keep him on rats. Whatever. And it says and says thank you, Billy, and for all those who gave me suggestions. I guess he didn't want ASF. So I've had it where at my facility way back in the day, only rats. And then for those picky ones, I'd be like, you know what? It's been a while. I got to get these guys to eat. Let me go get ASFs. ASFs back in the day, hardly anyone bred them. We didn't know much about them. It's like, oh, if you have ASFs, and it was just like taboo. You said the word ASF and everybody looked at you like, oh my God, like you can't feed that to your snake. That's bad. And when you did have to get them for those picky eaters, you had to hunt for them. And they were like 3 times the price of a rodent because they were so rare and scarce. Not so much anymore. And I've been experimenting, over the last few years. I've been feeding mice. I've been feeding rats. I've been feeding ASFs. My animals eat anything. It gets thrown in front of it, pretty much. I know people feeding the sausage links. I have tried quail to some of my adults, but I haven't tried it like on a regular, just, to try it out. Some ate, some didn't. But I came to the conclusion that my animals, I want them to eat. So whatever they eat, and I have the ability to offer it different food, whatever it wanted to eat, that's what I wanted to feed it. So then I got into the mentality. It's like, okay, well, if these ones that like ASFs, I'm going to keep getting ASFs. And found somebody that is breeding them, and I got them for a better price. So I started having ASFs a part of my feeding. And then, it still wasn't where it is now, where I feed everything ASF. But I got out of that. You can only eat this, for a long time, and now I feed it and it eats whatever it wants. And I just want the animal to do well, But, me now trying mice, ASFs, and rats, and feeding every couple of weeks, I really had no issues feeding any type of prey. But I'm glad that animal has eaten it. Feels good, and you're probably relieved. I know the feeling. It is awesome. So, H&H pythons, what's going on? Bianca says, hello. Hope everyone's having a good evening. Right back at you. Chad says, hey, gang. Hey, gang. Hyperspace Reptiles in the house. My man Aaron from Cows Reptiles says, hello, Billy and everyone. I hope everyone had an awesome weekend on Monday. Can't wait to see what topics we'll be talking about today. Me too. Put them in the chat. Questions, topics. Throw them in the chat. I'll get to them. Keys. Look at this. Keys Constrictors in the house. Happy Monday, Billy. Hope your week's off to a great start. It has been. Got a lot done. I left the facility a little earlier today. I was there. I got there, I guess about 8:30. I was 8:30. I got there. Got quite a bit done in the morning, and it's rat cleaning day, so that's been taken care of. Feeding the animals. That Drake, of course. All them need to be fed. Made some lists. I obviously, if you're on Patreon, I put a couple posts up. Motivation Monday. And a lot of that stuff that I put up, there's 2 or 3. It's free on my Patreon, so you don't have to be a paid member to get all the content. There is some content on there that is free, and it's great to see a lot of people. I think I have almost over 500 people on my Patreon, and almost half of those are paid, and the other half aren't. The ones that do pay get a lot more content, and a lot of benefits. But one thing that I did, I had Austin help me with it over the last week, is I have a bunch of lists for the 2K Tuesday tomorrow. Bunch of groupings, bunch of everything. So between a little bit tonight after the show and tomorrow before noon when it drops, I got a lot of typing away. So work is never done. But it's been a while since I did a 2K Tuesday. Robert from Zivs, half of Zivs. When you see the black logo of Zivs Exotics, that's the other half. That's Crystal. Ball Python Chronicles says, thanks. Billy, thanks for your time. You are welcome. Glad to be here. And it's funny because I did a live last night from 7 to 9 on my Patreon, a Q&A. And I think it was a good one. Yeah, last night's episode was good. And it was pretty good because we missed the one 2 weeks before because I had the barbecue /sale. So it might have just been a really good one because it's been a month since we did the last one, or are they all that good? I don't know anymore. But, oh, look who it is. Strangers coming out of the woodwork. Lindsay from Pico Python's in the house. Hello. Be sure to hit that like button. See that? Look at that. Positivity promotion. Hit the like button. Some people don't know how to do it. You know what? You hit the chat, the X on the chat to get out. You hit the like button, and then you hit the chat and come back in. It's that simple. I wonder if they should everybody should complain to YouTube and say, hey man, it'd be cool if we could hit the like in the chat so we don't have to leave because it's so difficult. Hope all is well. Let's see. Montana Mike's in the house. Jeff says, hey. Let's see. Oh, Sam and Alex. Sorry, Sab and Alex in the house. What's going on? I chatted with you earlier on text today. So hope all is well. Fellow Canadians as well. Hey, look at this. Gatto Python's in the house. How you doing? Still a cool-ass logo, man. Always has been. Love it. Picture perfect. Python's in the house. Banna. Look at this. I love the new intro. It is pretty cool. It's longer, so I'm going to play it at the end. I think it's like 2 minutes or so. But I was very impressed with it. When Mike played it at the end of the live, I was like, what? Jamming in the background. Then I'm listening. I'm like, holy Christ. Gold scissors in hand. I'm like, what the hell is all this? This is amazing. I go, who did this? He goes, AI. I'm like, wicked. That's fucking badass. So like it. It's pretty damn cool. S-Morph's in the house. Cisco's in the house. Hey everyone, hope everyone's having a great Monday. Let's see. Everyone's happy Monday. Happy Monday. Awesome new song. Loving the song. That's awesome. The song's a little sus. Snakes in the hand. Yeah. Snakes, not snake. Yeah, well, actually, it'd probably be better if you were thinking that way. It's probably better to have a snake in the hand than snakes. But anyways, it's not sus. Stop it. Oh my God, we're a bunch of wackos. I love y'all. Jennifer's in the house saying, "What's up, Billy?" Not much. Doing the same as usual. Hanging out with these awesome people every Monday night. Matthew says, "I had my first clutch ever. Finally, shout out all pieds." Awesome. Congratulations. Just pieds, or there's a combo pieds, or was it pied to pied? So let us know down if it was just pieds, which is still awesome, or if it was combo pieds. But congratulations. First clutch ever. Pieds, recessive, fucking starting off well. It's not too bad. Who else we got in here? Jay for Sleepywood. If my button would work, there it is. Billy's been on so many podcasts this week, it doesn't feel like it's been a week since last Monday Live. Yeah, I've been a little bit of a monster. I was on Mike Herb Collectors, Glenn's from 419 Morphs, Morphing Around. I was on that Friday, and then Sunday the live on Sunday the live is like Sunday. You mean last night on Patreon, and now boom, back again. I'm pretty good this week. I have one on Friday for my top 2 tier. We have that Zoom call chat that we have every 2 weeks on Friday nights. I am working on something for Patreon also. Not only a MC Academy, but probably another guest on. But yeah, there's a couple things. I'm putting shit to work, getting to work. Jordan and Scott, what's going on? My man Bear, how you doing? Grumpy Santa. Genomics in the house. I got that song in my. Just want to jam. Gigi's in the house. Says, "Evening, great folks. Listening and putting our new ARS rack together." Oh, racks. Plural. Look at you go. Love it. 1065 and a 5040. And just I guess from experience, and especially if you have OCD like myself, amongst other things, when you get a 1065, always order an extra level. And the reason why I say that is because when you build the 5040 or a 7030 or any of those other racks, and you put a 1065 and you build it and you put it together, it's about 3.25 inches or 4 inches smaller. So you see all the other ones like this, and then you have a dip. It's like, what the fuck? When you buy another level, it goes about maybe 1/4 inch higher. But when you look at it, at least it's like this and a little, instead of. So order 1065, add an extra level, which makes it a 1070, gives you 5 extra tubs. And it's almost the same friggin' height as the rest of the racks, because it drove me crazy. And then I'm like, oh, don't worry, I have so many, I won't notice it. And you look in and it's like racks. And then you go to the adults and it's like, boop. So I just went and ordered a level on every one. So have fun building them, providing that you got the hybrids. Hybrids are, I love them. They're great, except they take a few hours to build. I've got, me and Austin and the team have got them down to it's like clockwork. We have an assembly line. We've built over 40 of them. So Crazy. Eddie, what's going on? The new intro is insane. Yeah, it's pretty cool. I like it. When like I said, when I was on Mike's at the end, he's like, I got a surprise for you. And I made a joke. I'm like, oh yeah, sunset clown stuff. You're going to send me some fucking, some animals? Awesome. And then he's like, I'll put you backstage. And then this came on. I was like, what the hell? Billy Rose. I'm listening. I'm like, oh my God. It's like pretty badass. It is long though, but I'm going to see if I can put a portion up at the beginning, or maybe I put it up at the beginning and I have something else to click on so you guys can listen and watch. I don't know. We'll figure it out. So the man with the morphs, 217. Will, what's going on? Thanks, Gatto. Robert Wade. What's up, Billy? What's good, everybody? All City, James. Hey, Billy, hope all is well up north. It definitely is. It definitely is. Thank you and appreciate it. Hope it's well everywhere. Everywhere. Not only up here north, everywhere. All over the world, I hope it's great. Exotic World of Geckos in the house. Baller intro. Thanks. I'm just getting to the intro part now, 8:02. So I've been talking 20 minutes in and I'm only at 8:02. That's how many comments you guys put in. And the way my mouth yaps, I just keep yapping. But hey, I'm going to get caught up eventually. I'm doing pretty good. One man show here. I'm doing pretty damn fucking good, I must say. Oh my God. Awesome. Jesus. Awesome. Primitive in the house. Sundog in the house. What's going on? Hang a picture already. I'm gonna get a picture of your fucking grumpy ass and shove it in there with the beard. Like, oh no, it's not a picture of a bear. It can't be complete unless he has a ghost in his hand too. So I'm working on it. There's only so much fucking time in the day that I can get shit done. And even in that time, with the shit I got to do, never mind the other shit I got to do, I can't even get that shit done. I bet you guys all know the feeling. There's never enough time in the day. And hey, it'll get there. But yeah, it's just blah. Let's see. Oh, another Canuck in the house. Motivation Morphs. What's good? Right back at you. RNA Ball Pythons says, hey, everyone. Happy Monday. Hugh, what's going on, guys? Hope you guys are doing well. Say hello to everybody, or if they're listening or watching, hello. Oh, shit. Rising Sun. What's going on? What's going on? Endless Morphs in the house. So many people, almost 100 of you. You guys are amazing. Thanks for popping in. Hopefully we get some questions and stuff, or anybody has something that they want to, talk about or put up. Let's do it. I'm here. We got like an hour and a half still to go. Let's do this. Morris Reptiles is here. We got Head Stamp Ball Pythons. Cool. That's a cool name, Head Stamp. Pretty awesome. We're all chasing and love and go goo eyes and, oh my God, look at the fucking head stamp. Oh my God, look at the head stamp. We cut eggs and look at the head stamp. Good name. I like it. Head stamp balls. Head stamp ball pythons. Pretty cool. Sean Fuller, SJS in the house. So look at this. So Clutch 6 proved the Vader to be a visual hypo. So you have visual hypo. That's amazing. Nothing like proving out extra genes, especially recessive genes, in your animals, which is amazing. Hist says, what's good? Rob from Barnes Family's in the house. Shit, Edge of Panic. How you doing? How's the new diet going? Look, dude, I mean, I've lost so much weight. Like this used to be, I haven't really weighed myself, but these shirts used to be tight on me. So Still eating like crap, but man, the Unicity stuff, I love it. I've had quite a few people go on it and say, hey, you know, the energy's great. I have one person, I think they're down in a couple weeks to like, I think they lost 13 pounds. And I love it. Like the energy, for me, it's, I get more energy without the crash and without the, you know, when I start having coffee or monsters, I get that whole like the wound up feeling. And then, you know, I just cruise and then I crash a little. This doesn't get me any of that, but it's healthier. I'm not eating great. I'm not eating vegetables. I'm still eating shitty, but I'm not eating past like 8 o'clock, 7, 8, 9 o'clock until noon the next morning. So I'm getting 14 to 16 hours of fasting in. And I think that's the key. This is my breakfast, and I have one of these usually in the afternoon or on a live. Sometimes I have 3. Gives me the energy. I love the taste. And it's not putting that caffeine, sugar, stuff that's inside the monsters and all the sugar and the crap. So that's really helped. But I mean, I can feel it. Like, I mean, if you even Austin, said he would look back at a video for something. He's like, oh my God, dude, like you see so much loss in your face. Cause you know, I don't know how I looked, but you know, I feel great. I look great. I'm still eating shit. So I'm just eating shitty at noon. And I don't say shitty, but I mean like, you know, I'm eating carbs and I'm not, you know, I'm not weighing my shit. I'm just eating as much as I can. And I usually have a snack or two in between, like a muffin and stuff like that. But I'm loving it. Like, I love it. It's sustainable. I can do that. I'm going to be on this for a long, long time. I can't wait to get my blood work done. I have some other people that did the blood work before they started. And after a couple months, they're going to get their blood work done. I guarantee their cholesterol's down. Their high blood pressure's down. This stuff is incredible. It's just amazing. So my body's had a reset. Now I just got to get my resetted new body into the fucking gym and work out and then maybe eat a little better. And then I'll even look even better, you know? So, but thanks for noticing. And, you know, I'm so glad I looked after my health because I've said it for years. Oh, I got to start looking after my health. And one thing, you know, it's easy to say shit. It's a lot harder to do. But when I had my surgery and the doctor told me I had a lot of visceral fat, and when I weighed, you know, pre-surgery the day before, I was like 9, 10, 11 pounds more than I thought I was. I'm like, what? And when they weighed my waist, well, not, they didn't weigh my waist. Fuck. They measured my waist. Man, I used to be a 34 all the time, 35. I went to a 36, 38. And the funny thing is for years now, you know, since I don't have to work, you know, you know, since 2020, I've been doing, 2020 into 2020, I've been doing, you know, mutation creation full time. So I didn't have to wear my work pants or anything. I wear shorts and fucking track pants. Didn't, you know, shorts and track pants don't have, you know, a weight size. No 34. No, you know, it's large or XL and they're stringy and you can pull the string. And I didn't know I went from a big 36, from a 34, 35 to 36, now to a 38. Got that back down. I haven't checked, but after about 3-4 weeks on this Unicity, I got back down to a 36. I would like to see if I'm down to 35 or 35 and a half. I'm not sure, but I should. But so glad I did it. I wish and my friend's been bugging me to get on this shit for like 6 months prior. Yeah. Wish I listened to him. So, yeah, the folks were in the area and they told me they'd swing by and get a pic of the building. I couldn't believe they actually got to meet you. We were so jealous. They said you were awesome. Oh, thanks. They were awesome too. You know, your mom was so like, oh my God, can we get a picture? Do you mind? You know, I'm like, yeah, come on. Oh, I just wanted to no, come on in the back and I'll show you. And they're like, oh my God, can we take pictures? I'm like, yeah. So I think they were very impressed. They're very lovely people. And, you know, they basically said that they wish you wish could have come with them, but of course, we got all these responsibilities, animals, rats, this stuff. It's hard to get away for a fucking week or two, especially if you do not have help or someone to give you a hand to help. And that's another great thing too, is I'll give a big fucking shout out, like I always do, to my man Craig at Bashcoder. He did his reel, which they're all fucking amazing, but his reel was like, hey, I hired somebody because I had a back, and it's good that, I threw my back out, and regardless, it's good to maybe have somebody to help, when shit hits the fan or something bad happens, or you need to get away for, it just sort of, it's amazing. And it is very hard though, especially if you were to go away for a week, to leave someone with your collection, for a week and do it exactly how you would and stuff. I get it. I mean, but it is good to start, like Craig said, to get someone part-time, and he even said, hey, money's tight. I get it. But maybe have somebody and maybe work off on credit for animals, or, you come up with the money to have somebody there once a month until things are better. And then you can have them more and you get more done. And, it's great, but it is cool. And it would be amazing if you guys would have been there too, but I'm glad they came by and they were like, we don't want to take up so much of your time. I'm like, no, you're not going to come all this way and just take a picture with me. And so and your mom, she was so cute. She had the phone and she's like, here, let's set it up. And she had tried to get the timer going, but it was so far away. And I'm like, no, I'll just get my daughter. So I got my daughter to come out to take a bunch of pictures of us all. So yeah, don't forget to post it and tag me on Insta. But yeah, it was pretty cool. And we talked and showed them around, and, I'm glad they did, and it's funny because I know a lot of people are in the area. And some of them are even like not local, but they're in Canada, and they're like, yeah, I just didn't want to come by and bug you for 20 minutes or half an hour. Come bug me. If for some reason it's not a good day or I'm not there, I'm going to tell you, sorry, it's not good. Or, hey, if you don't mind while we're feeding, or it's major cleaning day and the place is a mess, but if you still want to come by, cool, but I'm glad they did. And it was awesome. And, maybe next time you'll be coming, or you'll be coming with them again. So say hello to them for me. Boom, 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 boom. Oh, and my daughter loves your mom's accent. As soon as she left, she's like, oh my God, I love that lady's accent. The Southern drawl. So awesome. So tell your mom my daughter loves her accent, or the way she talks. She could listen to your mom talk all day long. So, where are we? Golden Rule. What's up? How did you like your new rap? I fucking loved it, dude. It's crazy. I was going crazy when Mike was playing it. I'm in the background going, what the fuck? And I'm listening. I'm like, oh my God, that's so cool. Oh my God, that's awesome. Amazing. Look at this, Jeff. I finally got a monsoon in the clutch, but no pied monsoon. Still, man, that's a hell of a feat. That's amazing. Pied monsoons will come if that's what you're chasing, but hitting a monsoon, man, that's congratulations. I'm hoping to hit a lot this year, and combos and stuff like that. We'll see, but it's awesome stuff, man. I love to hear it. Love to see it. Purple Squirrel says, hey, Johnny's Reptiles in the house. Let's see. Where are we? You guys are just yapping and napping to each other. Let's see. Hissed. Okay. What's a good ambient temp for balls? I'm in Vegas and my AC isn't the strongest. My room went from 75 to 80, and I'm wondering what point I should pull the heat and leave them in ambient. So when I used to do ambient, I used to do 84 only. So I used to do 84 ambient, no heat, nothing. Right now, I'm running probably ambient 81 to 83, depending on what room. So you're fine. Um, I've always had my ambient a little warmer in the 80s. But I got circulation and air circulation, so it's moving it, and so it doesn't feel so hot. Um, but I mean, if 75 has been working for you, great. I like mine a little warmer. In the summer, I'll sort of yeah, I mean, I'd say the lowest I go is like 79 because my thermostat's set between like 80. So I got it on cooling. I got one of those smart Nest ones where you can put a hot cold feature on. And I believe I'm 80 to 83. I think because it only gives you 3. Because if you try to do 82, it brings it down to 79, and if you go to 80 to 81, it brings it to 84. So I think my range is 80 to 83, and that way, if it goes to 83, the AC kicks on and brings it to 82 to 83, and when it's at night, if it drops and it goes to 79, he kicks back on and spikes it up to 80, 81, and so it's fluctuating. But yeah, that's not bad. I think if you're getting like 72 and below 70, I think then you got to, put the heat on. So, and that's just me. That's just what I do. I mean, if anybody else here has different ranges for what they like their ambient, and don't forget, ambient in the room isn't going to be what's in the tub. It should be a little higher in the tub. But if anyone else has, different ranges that they do, so I'm 80 to 83, so 81, 82-ish, and then it kicks on and kicks off. So I'm in that low 80 range. Who else just popped in? Because I keep yapping. Primitive Morphs. Hey, Billy, I only have one room for my snake. I can't really quarantine the snake. Is this a problem? I'm looking for option. So, now so it's tough. Okay. Now, when I move to another location, I am going to have a quarantine room, or a room where if we see an animal, I'm going to have a couple different racks too, like a rack of 10 and another rack of 10, or maybe depending. But I don't really bring a lot of animals in anymore like I used to. So I have to see, but like this year, between last year's breeding season and now I'm going to start seeing more because I'm getting heavily into breeding. But, November, December, January, I think the most animals I had, and they were mostly males that had an RI from breeding, was 7. So, and a lot of those I still keep in my collection. We put a pink clip on. If they get to the point where, we catch them and it's really bad, we'll take them out and we do a certain way. Cocoa, a lot of humidity. We put them in the incubator at 89.5. And that usually does it. Like we had 2 males that bred a lot of females. One bred, I think, 11 females. And at the end, he started getting an RI. And I'm like, damn it. No, not this guy. So we had him in the incubator for 3-4 weeks. He's out now. No more RI. It's all cleared up. We're feeding him. He's eating like a champ. And we're going to watch him for another couple months. And then he's going to go right back into the breeding. So as far as bringing animals in, I think that's where you might have the issue. But myself, I don't have a quarantine room. I don't have a quarantine rack. I've never had a quarantine room. I've never had a quarantine rack. I bring in animals from all over the world, from breeders, not just random people. And I have never had an issue. So, if you don't have a room or a separate rack, whatever you do, if an animal is just brought in, or if something has an RI or it's sick or something you feel is wrong with it, You know, if you don't know what it is, you know, you definitely want to go see a vet with it. But if it's something where, let me just see, it says in the snake, I really can't quarantine the snake. So if something is wrong with the snake, like you see a slight RI, the best thing to do is always touch that animal and look at that tub the very last thing you do in your room. You don't want to, you know, go downstairs and wherever the room is and go in and look at the sick snake and look at it. Okay. And then put it back and then go wash your hands and then touch other snakes or other animals or whatever. So for us, anything that has a pink clip, we do not look at until Friday after lunch. It's the last thing that Austin does and we do of that day on Friday. So Fridays, that's what we do in the afternoon. We'll go around if there's anything that's that. And that actually gets done even at the end after the Da Vinci Boa. So Friday afternoon, the week's done, everything's there. The pairings are already done. You know, the cleaning's been done in the week. The ultrasounding gets done Wednesday, Thursday. The rat cleaning and everything else is on Monday. Feeding is Tuesday, Wednesday, Saturday, Sunday. So Friday is the perfect day for us to do that. And after lunch, they'll go and Austin will make a bunch of the little vials, or not vials, the pipettes full of the Da Vinci Boa, and he'll go do any animal that has 2 reds, which means hasn't eaten at least twice, and he'll do that. And there's minimal. I think we have 15 or 20 animals out of 2,000 plus. He goes and does that, and then does the pink clips. So you don't want to have anything transferable, you know, touching a snake or touching the tub and then going and touching your animals that you know are healthy or you believe to be healthy. So, you know, I can't really give huge quarantine advice because I don't really do that myself. I never have in 20 years. I bring an animal in, I put it right in my rack. But when I do, I just bought a few animals from another breeder. You know, I open up the tubs, right? And I spray them with, I guess I don't know the exact, I just do it by eye. But I do a Nix solution. So I do the cream, the Nix cream, which is for lice. You get it, I get it here over the counter at a pharmacy. Go in, I get it. I get the bottle, fill it with the water, put it upside down, spray it, shake it up. I spray it so I can get that smell. I know I might even put a little more. I mean, I don't have it like, 10 mil to this. I just get it, put a scoop in. Nope, put a little bit more. Yeah, there's that smell. I spray the entire, coat the entire tub. And I put the snake in and I spray the tub. And next day I come in, I look at it, make sure there's no dead mites, no anything like that. Then I'll put a paper towel in, and then I'll put a water dish in. And don't forget, this is the next day. I don't change the tub, so it's all coated with the with this stuff that was air dried on. And then I look at it a week later. If I don't see anything moving or anything like that within that week on the paper towel, in the water dish, then I just put it right on cocoa. Now, if I did notice any mites, then what I would do is I would basically spray it again 7 days later. Oh my God. Or, 7 days later. And then I would do that consistently for 4 more months and always on paper. So thank God I've never had that. But that's what I would do. But if you could get a quarantine room or a rack somewhere else separate, it is key. I mean, it's something that I will do just to have. Never needed it, never done it. But if I can make a room and a new place to do it, why not? So, and if anybody here has, different protocols, I don't know if he's here, but James from Bergman's Reptile Room, he has a major quarantine. He's got a quarantine room, separate from the facility. He's got strict protocols. He does NIDO testing for every single animal that comes in that place. He does awesome guy to talk to. He'll give you help. You know, I can't really talk about it because I don't do it. So that's a good person to reach out to. And if anybody here in the comments is here and want to throw some advice out or reach out to Primitive, please do. But I'm not that guy to tell you, oh, you should do this and do that. Well, why don't you do it? You know, I tell you the shit I do and what I like and what I do. I'm not going to sit there and, you know, well, you should do quarantine and you should do this and that. Well, how come you don't, Billy? Yeah, good fucking question. You know what I mean? I'm not that guy. So I can just tell you what I've done, what I've seen, and how I do it. But is it better to be safe than sorry? Fuck yeah. Jennifer says, I'm on my first breeding season, but think my female has reabsorbed and a little disappointed. Anything I could have done differently? So, one thing I always suggest, especially if you don't have an ultrasound, I know many new people don't, is you want to make sure your female is at least 1.5 years old, okay? At least 1,200 grams or more, and a good consistent eater, okay? And don't overfeed. Like I've seen people filling, a large, I'm like, holy fuck, like I don't even feed, there's only some of my breeder females I would even feed a medium to. All the other ones were large smalls. And there's people feeding them like large, what the fuck, Yeah, that's good. I wouldn't feed it for a month, and they're trying to feed this large rat to these adult females every week. Don't forget, you can kill these animals and not get eggs from overfeeding. I mean, they don't need to eat every fucking week for 52 weeks. They don't. And now I know, thanks to Dr. Warren Booth, how their digestive system works and what happens during their feeding. I will never feed every fucking week. Never. But that's just me. So, let's see. Reabsorption could be a lot of things. Could be a first-time male not producing enough sperm. Some sort of stressor, like you change the cocoa to another type of bedding or vice versa. Move. Many different things. But I would just suggest an animal, like I said, is 1.5 years old, over 1,200 grams, consistently eating, okay? And I would pair a male once a month, 3-4 days in, take them out for the rest of the month. A month later, you put them in for 3-4 days, whether you see a lock or not. That's what I do. I don't go and look for locks. When I pair 60, 70 animals, you think I'm going in there looking to see all 60 tubs and climbing up 9 feet high to look to see if they're locked? No, I don't. I just put them in, take them out, and I do that 2 or 3 times, 4 times, depending on the cycle, and that's all I do. But you want to breed once a month until you see her, building, laying on her side, laying inverted, seeing the signs, especially staying at the back and nesting or coiling, pushing the substrate away, sitting at the back on the hot spot in a nice coil. You start seeing her scales separate. So you'll see like the scales, instead of being nice and tight, they separate. So you usually see it, especially in the darker snakes, white around all the scales because they're separated, and you see the under, I guess, color of the white around them, which is pretty cool. They will tent when they're closer. Their backs get really tented, like, ridged instead of round. They tent. And you can actually hold the female up about 8 inches behind her neck. And if you hold it up about 50, 60% of the way down, you see this pouch, and it's weird and it's not symmetrical. And you can definitely tell she's gravid. I would continue to do that once a month, 5, 6 months, 7 months, until you notice this behavior, and then you're good. But that doesn't mean by doing that way, you're always going to get a clutch. So feeding is important, amount of sperm, all that other kind of stuff. So look at that. Smash the like button. Yeah. Thanks, Ben. I'm going to go in here and I'm going to change that to bam. And I'm going to change this to go for Cocoa Small, the best cocoa on the planet, in my opinion, and many others. John, underground breeder here. Been following you for years. Keep up the great work, man. Oh, thank you so much. I love it. I appreciate it. Appreciate it. Thanks for coming out of the underground and giving me, the thumbs up. I appreciate you. Like I said, I'm here. You get what you get. You see me in person, this is what you get. I don't turn it on for the camera. I'm this crazy 24 hours a day. I know there's more than one way to do this shit. I don't tell you how to do it. You have to do it my way or you're doing it wrong. There's shit that you can like that I don't like and vice versa. We're here to learn, to talk about snakes or chit chat, hang out. I don't give a shit if you are in projects that with genes that I don't like. And I hope you are here, and there's sunset lovers and puzzle lovers and monarch lovers that are here working with it and here hanging out with me, even though I don't like those genes at this point, or I don't work with them because they don't do anything for my collection at this point, or for my vision of where I want to go with it. It's awesome. I'm not going to sit there and go, oh, well, this guy's in the sunset. Fuck, you know what? I can't, block this guy. Oh, this guy likes puzzle and doesn't cut his eggs. Delete. Oh, fuck, this guy here doesn't use cocoa. Fuck him. He's on substrate of a paper towel. Delete. That'd be the stupidest thing we can do. Segregate ourselves within our community. And, I tell you how it is. I show you the good. I show you the bad. I'm human. I make mistakes. I fuck up. I say pied when it's a visual clown. You know what I mean? You get what you get. And I like being transparent. You get what you get. I'm real. This is it. The good, the bad. I tell you how I feel, why I do it, how I do it. But I don't say you have to do it like me. But I'm glad you came and popped out and said, I appreciate it. And, I've been like this from day one and I'm not going to change. And you don't like me, that's too bad. I ain't going to change. This is what I am and who I am. And I like me. And I'm going to continue to do it whether you like me and support me or not. Because I don't do this for you. I do it for me. And everyone out there should be doing this shit for them as well. You're always going to get people, oh, you should do this, you should do that. You know what? Well, you know what? If you want to do that, then fucking do it. But I want to do this, and that's why I'm doing it. I'm not doing shit because you're doing it and everyone else is doing it. If you want to start playing follow the leader and doing all that shit, good. I want to do my own thing. And I think more people need that. Like, oh, I don't really know what I'm doing, and I better just copy what the other people are doing. I understand it, but you don't have to, people. You really don't. Okay? And that's just my opinion. And I give my opinions. I tell you how it is. When I say shit, I mean it. I stand behind it. But I try to give an explanation. But I ain't going to flip-flop, if I say something and, I'm not doing the totally opposite, the next week or saying, you can go on every fucking podcast I've been on, all mine, every ones that I've been on for over the years. I don't flip-flop. Oh, well, Billy said that he doesn't cut his eggs and it's better not to. And then, I cut all my eggs. It's better. Like, you won't see me fucking doing that. It's always the same shit. So, and one thing I'll always say is, success ain't easy. Hard fucking work. If you want something, go get it. Make the changes, make the sacrifices. This ain't easy. You're not always going to hit fucking home runs. You're going to have shit happens like, the reabsorption. It sucks, but guess what? There's next year. There's other animals. They concentrate on the positive, because I've been there. It sucks being negative and it sucks dwelling on it because you miss all the other good shit around you. And it's not easy. It's a lot easier to say this. Oh yeah, well, it must be easy for you. Yeah, but it wasn't before. I learned to look at the positive, because not everything's positive in the way I breed, in my collection. And, I have animals. Oh my God. Oh, fuck. It didn't prove out. God damn it. Oh, she's not going. She reabsorbed. Oh, I got slugs. Oh, fuck. They came out with shark mouth. Not everything's perfect. So you learn to adapt and move forward. 2K Tuesday. Hell yeah. Oh shit, Jason. Morph Mixology. What's up? Bigler in the house. How you doing, brother? Hope all is well. What happened to Pick of the Week Wednesday? Haven't seen one in a while. Yeah, I haven't really done any videos. They are coming. I do have a video that when I'm at the facility, I'm so busy, but in the camera, I did some video. I have a bunch of video that I've been making. I just got to get it, and I'm going to try to do it, or I'm going to get somebody else to give me a hand to process them and give you guys videos. So, you know, videos are great, and I love that you guys are here to support us and myself and watch them and learn. The thing is if I don't have time, just like my sales, my collection, the health of my animals, everything that runs Mutation Creation, and even now my personal health, you know, that comes before my animals on sale or putting up on Morph Market. You know, my sales aren't number one, and then the health of my animals and everything that's down here. Same thing with videos. You know, I think I'm going to start, and you're going to see, like I just did, you know, help with Austin's help, you know, a bunch of grouping for 2K Tuesday. And those will be posted tomorrow. That's going to be coming before videos, you know, and I always say it, if you're going to run your business like a business, not like a hobby, guess what? Videos are great. They get me out there. People watch, support, and eventually they buy animals down the road from me. It's great. But if I spend all my time, and I've seen people do it, all fucking social media, and your collection's fucking going downwards, what are you trying to promote? Your shitty, unhealthy fucking animals? Like, it's just not what's going to go on here. And I don't mind. Hey, guys, like you saw, I used to do a video every fucking day. You know, we had the time. Now, you know, there's a lot of shit that's changed. We got a lot more things coming. My videos will be coming when everything else that has more priority, in my opinion, is happens first. So please bear with us. We will get some content. We are doing some egg cuttings live on YouTube that can be watched. So we're trying slowly, but I have been looking for another social media manager. My awesome girl that was running my accounts and stuff like that moved to back to Australia. So I did reach out to somebody else. I'm working on it, but it's not like my number one goal. It will happen, folks. Please, I'm telling you, it's going to happen. So, John, there's a lot of you motherfuckers. That's what I think. So, and it's not just new. I know some guys back in the day. I'm the freeway king. You know, 2015, 16, I'm making all these freeways and super asphalts. And there's a guy that said, hey, that's a nice one, but look at this one. I'm like, holy fuck, what's that? Oh, it's one of my breeders. I'm like, well, what the fuck is that? It's this, this, and this, and that. I'm like, holy shit, dude. He goes, yeah, I made that a few years ago. Now I'm breeding. Wow. There's some guys have some fuck you animals, and they're just not on YouTube. They don't post. And I get it. I just I like to promote people and my philosophy is, because I get it all the time. Well, if I invest all this money and I make all these animals, who's going to buy from me? Nobody knows who I am. Today they don't. Yeah, because you're new. But you get a logo, start branding yourself, start posting your journey and what you have, start coming in. Like I can look at you know, the logos, say the name. Holy fuck, I know them. You know why? Because they're on here. They're part of the community. They contribute. They help people. They make themselves known. And what's great about that is when they start making these amazing animals with the stuff that they're buying, and all their hard work, you know, hey, I got this for sale. Well, who the fuck? You know, who's this John Elkins guy? He just put up these fucking crazy animals. I've never heard of this guy before. Doesn't even have an Instagram. but he's got these crazy animals on Morph Market. What the fuck? And if you're from Canada, I'm going to get a text or a phone call. It's like, hey, Billy. And I just had one over a week ago. Hey, Billy. Yeah. I'm looking at this guy's stuff. He's got it on Morph Market. Some pretty nice shit. Never heard of the guy. Doesn't have much of a social media presence. You know him? I'm like, actually, I do. He's fucking good. He's bought some animals for me. He's got a pretty good collection. He's like, well, fuck. How come I haven't heard from him? It's not his thing. You know what I mean? And he said, but he's good. I can send him the money. He ain't gonna fuck me. I'm like, no, man, he's solid. And I even had somebody actually, I would say a month or two ago for Alex. Alex posted something up on Kijiji, which is like the Craigslist. She posted up one of her tegus, and I guess they're like, well, I've never heard of you, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, it's like, well, have you ever heard of Mutation Creation? I'm one of his staff. And they're like, oh, she's like, well, you can message him and ask. So I got this random message on Instagram, and they're like, hi, Billy, do you have a person named Alex that works for you? Reason why I'm asking, I'm interested in one of her tegus for sale. And I'm like, no, yeah, that's good. So it's good for you to do your due diligence and look out. And of course, the animal sold, and it was perfect like it should have been. But a lot of people will say, oh, I bought this animal. Oh, and I did something for someone else. Someone else reached out to me and said, hey, Billy, there's a lightning pied, so an MJ Exanthic pie that somebody's selling. And they said they bought it from you. I'm like, okay, where are they from? The US. I'm like, okay, I have sold. Can I get the person's name? And I can go look in my records because I have everything on PayPal, when they bought it and who the name is. And I didn't even have to look it up. They said the person's name. And I'm like, yep, that's fucking them. Yeah, I didn't have to look it up. They bought that and several other animals from me. So it was good. So the only thing I think about silent underground breeders, John, is when you do have some awesome shit and you want to sell it, no one knows who the fuck you are. So many people take advantage and scam people. And they steal and use our fucking photos. And some people are just dumb, like, hey, look at my facility. They have a picture of fucking myself and, Austin in the background. And then, they have a picture of Bob Voos and fucking Justin's. It's like, we're not stupid people. Like, you know what I mean? Like, if you're going to scam people, put a little effort into it, you fucking morons. But don't even fucking do it at all. But nothing wrong with you guys. And there's a lot of you. Liquid gold. Done. Oh, there it is. There it is. There's the black Zivs. Zivs Exotics crystals in the house. Here as well, watching on the TV, well, trying to conquer the laundry. BNS. Chris, what the fuck? Look at this. BNS Reptilia. What's going on? Oh, hella heat. Are there any ultrasound gels better than the rest? I'm not sure on that. Someone with, if they were here earlier, Jordan and Scott, is there a better gel? Just use a water base, not an alcohol base. I don't know. It's a gel. I'm not really sure if it helps with the transference or if that's even the word you use in ultrasounding. Like I said, I'm not an expert. I just use the same one over and over, and I keep fucking reordering it. I get this, I think it's 4 liter, or I don't know what it is. It comes in a big thing, and I turn it upside down, and I squeeze it in the smaller tube, and then I use this. And then when it gets halfway, I go and take the big thing and squeeze it in. When it gets done, I order it off of Amazon, and they bring me a new bottle. So, but good question. I'm not 100% sure. If anyone in the comments, or anybody that, vet tech, veterinarian, anybody that's, Krista from Neurify, if she's in the house, I know that she might know what's better or not. Can't answer that. I'm sorry, but hopefully someone can, and I'll have the answer in my head. So let's see. 8:15. Holy fuck. I'm 50 minutes behind, guys. Man, yap. Jesus. Holy moly. Let me start. Let's see. Adam says, love from Philadelphia. I'm pretty sure PH is Philadelphia. So KY is better than ultrasound gel, Chris. I remember Brian and Jason having that conversation. Don't know. I can't help you there. So it could be. I don't know. I mean, I just use the stuff called ultrasound gel. It's blue. And there is a white one, I believe, but I get the blue one. But I don't know. We'll see. Lucky's Pythons. What's up? Static Morphs in the house. How you doing? Mystery Morphs. Renee, will I be updating your for sale list? Eventually. Shit. Add some more shit to the pile that I can't get done. Eventually. So if you, because right now, because of the pricing, I had a lot of stuff priced from like last year and stuff. And I just went on in my Husbandry Pro and I took everything off, took all the prices. And now, like I said, I'll be doing a 2K Tuesday tomorrow, a bunch of groups that I started and Austin gave me a hand in the last few days, getting everything together. But a lot of people have reached out and say, hey, Billy, this is what I'm looking at. And I write, here's the price that I think it should sell for. Here's a group price. And, you know, we go from there. But I definitely want to move some animals and I'm definitely hooking people up. And I've got everything from hatchlings, holdbacks, and even adults. So I think out of 110 adults, I got about 65, 70 left. You know, visual clown combos, pieds, some decent stuff. And then a lot of stuff I just, you know, need to move. Let's see. Let me just try to catch up. Happy fucking birthday too, brother. Did you get my message? I sent you one. I think it was on Insta. Might have been Facebook. But happy fucking birthday. And don't pass out blowing out all those fucking cameras, old man. I mean, cameras, candles. Who's the fuck's the old man? I'm calling candles cameras. Holy fuck. Us old guys, bro. Let's see. It was, man. It was fucking badass, you know. It was a pretty good episode, man. I actually went in and, you know, we had some really good questions. He's always been a good interviewer, you know, a good host. You know, so check out Herp. Oh my God. Oh my God. Herp Collectors. Jesus, I'm the Constrictors. No, it's not Herp Constrictors. Herp Collectors. YouTube. I was on his last one. He's got a lot of guests, you know, and that was my second time on his show, which is cool. I'm glad to be back. I'm glad he wanted me back, you know. Aaron, how's your experience been breeding rodents? Should a new ball python breeder who is just starting out think about having a small rodent breeding setup or just buy rodents? Very good fucking question. And I've been doing it now with some help for about a year. I've been, it just worked out where the person that we were buying from, a good friend of ours, where he was at, the building was being sold. So he had some limited time and to get out. And when he went to go look for a new place, you know, especially like a year and a half ago, COVID prices, just fuck, you know, everything's fucking gone up. And he's like, holy shit, man, was I in a good spot. And then trying to find someone that would sell it to you at a decent price or give you a lease at a decent price. Oh, what are you doing here? Oh, I'm going to, no. So it was tough. So I gave him a place. We worked things out. I've learned a lot. I love it. I wish I did it earlier. Being able to control the cleanliness, the amount of, you know, the health of the animals, anywhere from the size that you're feeding, the food you're giving it. When you clean every Monday like clockwork, even when I was away, the team jumped in and fucking did my rodents or our rodents. You know, you can't, oh, I'll do it next week. No, you know, you don't want them living in filth. I got great air circulation. I feel proud to make amazing rodents to give to my ball pythons. I wish I did it earlier. Not you know, there is a lot of time, but you get so much benefit from it. Not only the savings of the money, that you're not giving to somebody else for their hard time and work. You do it yourself. I love it. It's amazing. And I wish I did it earlier. So I definitely, and I'm only doing ASFs. So rodents, I mean, on a scale of 1 to 10, and correct me if I'm wrong, guys, okay? So smell and all the other stuff and headaches and stuff, I'm going to say ASFs are 4 out of 10, okay? On the good side. So good is 0, 10 is holy fuck, I don't want to do this. And I believe rodents, like Norwegians, are around the 8, 7, 8. And mice are around the 8, 9, even fucking 10. Like, you know, everyone hates fucking mice. The stink, they're this, they're little. I could be wrong, but man, ASFs, I just, they don't smell as bad. They're amazing to work with. They give big litters. That they all pee in a certain corner. They're fucking awesome. They're amazing. So, Mike says, is there a rack you can get an FB 40 series and have smaller subadults and babies in the same rack? No, I think FB 40 and the larger tub, I think, you know, I'm so used to the ARS one, but if you go ARS, you can do the 50 series tubs, or 55, which is the same as the 40 series in Freedom Breeder. And then you can actually, they stack, you can get a little thing that connects. But ARS has it where you can stack. I know that some things can go and stack different levels on a Freedom Breeder. But when you go to the hatchlings, I don't think you can. But there is an adapter that, like, it's like a level that you can go from a 10 series tub, which is a hatchling tub, to the bigger one. It's a little level that you pay extra for that enables you to do that. Scott on vacation, but tuning in. You're the man. I love it. Appreciate it. Bullish is talking about dog is the #1 meme coin on Bitcoin. It's going to be the new Dogecoin. Cool. Under a penny right now. It's going to $1, boys. Not financial advice. Do your own research. You know what? Let me just take a look. You never know. You buy cheap, let it go up, sell it. I can, you know. Let me just take a pic so I can look it up. Oh, here's John, Mr. Underground. Aaron, being new and breeding rodents at the same time can be rough with learning both at the same time. Get snakes going by rodents for now. By rodents while they get to breeding rodents. Yeah, I mean, that is so true as well, but it depends where you're at in the if you're starting out just learning and you have too much with the snakes, you might want to wait, or if you can do both, but it depends. Like if you have 60, 70 fucking animals, you know, I hope you've had some, you know, you might be new, but I hope you got some, you know, knowledge and experience under your belt if you have that many fucking animals you're caring for. But, and even at that, you know, your rat bills are high and you're depending on someone else. And, you know, I have been lucky, and the people that I've been working with over the years have been there. And, you know, but sometimes they can't make it. Shit happens. They take holidays. You can't get something. The prices keep going up, which is you can't control. You know, sometimes the quality goes down or the sizes aren't there every week. But you know, you really do got to know where you're at. And you know, if you are new, like John said, and you're trying to, you know, learn this and learn that and all over the place, you're gonna learn a little bit of everything instead of being great at one. But I would honestly get into breeding rodents sooner the better, in my opinion. Once you're established with your snakes and your setup and your room, and it's a lot of work, and like most people will say, depending, it's more work than the snakes. I would say start breeding your own feeders from the start. We started breeding our own once we got 20 or more ball pythons, and definitely came in handy with our clutches. Yeah. Oh my God. Do you like my name? I just made it. It's Bellend. Bellend Morris. Fucking Bellend. Oh no. Straight blast in the house. What's going on? Oh, Adam, Benevolent. What's going on, man? Can you go in depth with your feeding? How often, size, hatchlings, a juvenile and adult, and male versus female? I've had people ask, and I want a video timestamp to send them. Okay, so for myself, now I feed strictly ASFs. But even when I was feeding Norways, okay, so hatchlings from out of the egg until 250 gram range, 250. They every week. I do not do pinks. Okay, I go right to fuzzies. Okay, every week, and then once they get to that 250 range, I go every other week, and I feed an appropriate size. So when I get to my adults, I still feed every other week. So what we've found is a 40 to 80 or 60 gram ASF is pretty much equivalent to 100, 120 gram rodent, Norwegian. Norwegians are bigger. Most of that mass or that weight is skin, fur, useless organs and fat and bones, right? That gives no, and I'm just saying this from what I understand. By no means is this scientific and blah, blah, blah. I don't know. It's like, oh, to get the same nutrients here, you got to do this. I don't know any of that. I just know by doing this for years, okay? And watching other people and listening to other people with their ASFs, I'm feeding smaller ASFs than I am Norwegians. My animals are growing less poops. They're getting bigger clutches. That they seem like they're more fit, instead of packing on a lot of extra fat that they don't need. I love feeding every 2 weeks. Now I know Austin does. He feeds ASFs, and then he'll grab, once a month, he'll grab a bunch of rats and he'll throw them in just to get extra fat, right? And a little bit bigger of a meal, and then the other 2 meals or 1 meal, depending on how he feeds, is a smaller ASF. Nothing wrong with changing up the diet, changing things. Every 3 months, just go and feed quail or another type of source. But I don't like to see like a 3,000 gram animal with a football inside of her because you fed her an extra large jumbo rat. Well, she can eat that. Of course she can. But can she digest it before you feed her next week? The answer is no. Not a chance in hell can she. You know what I mean? So you should know the girth and the size of your animals and what they'll take. Now, one thing we have done is, because I'm producing and I got some extras, what we'll do is I'm like, hey, I got about 100 or so or whatever's needed. We'll go in on an off week that we're not feeding. So we feed 2 weeks, every 2 weeks. So one of the off weeks in a month, we'll go and it's like, hey, here's another 100 or whatever we need, 60, 80 gram ASFs. And we'll go in and we'll it's not double feeding, but we'll feed an extra meal in that month. So they get 3 to animals that are building. So instead of, double feeding at a time, I feed once. The following week, I'll feed again. The ones that have yellow clips, that means they're already building and being paired. And then the next week is the regular meal. We skip and we'll do that. And So hopefully that helps, Adam. But what I like to do is I like to feed the same thickness or a 1/4 inch more of girth of the snake, and that's all the way up to my whole backs, up to about 1,000 grams or so, 1,100 ish. Once they go in the adult room, we just give it a bigger meal, like the 40, 60, 80 gram. And then usually once a month, we cull off a rack. So from our breeders. So I usually get another 170, 180. I should weigh them. They're probably 100, 120 grams, maybe a little more. The big retired breeders, because we only breed for about 5-6 months, and then we start them over with a new colony. So I have about 175, and those always go to my 3,000 plus animals first, and then they start going to some of my others. So I should do a video on it or something like that, but I should do a video on a lot of fucking things now, shouldn't I? But I am doing a video. I've got a lot of clips about the rat facility of how we breed them and what we do and how we feed. I just got to get it together, but I'm going to work on that. Thanks for the, thank you both for the advice. Maybe I'll wait to get a few more ball pythons, whatever works, but learn and do your due diligence. And it, it's another thing that's probably going to, take some time and money to learn and to invest in. And it's going to definitely take time, away, because it's usually a lot more than, you need to be on top of them more than your snakes. So, what preventative do you do for mites when taking in new snakes? I'm on the fence of using those chemical sprays. Is it a soak with dish soap for 20 minutes good enough? I've never done. I hardly soak any of my animals. I've never been a animal soaker in 20 fucking years of doing this. The only time I will put an electrolyte bath in is for animals that haven't eaten in a while. So I like to give them a nice electrolyte bath, and it gives them some nutrients. They absorb it through their skin. Or if they have such a really bad shed, but we don't really have many of those. We have ones that have stuck here and there, but you can just go like this and spend a minute or two to take it all off, but not to the point where, hey, I mean, our husbandry is pretty good, to the point where it's like, oh, I got to soak this thing for half an hour to try to get the shed off. Like, that doesn't happen. I don't know if it kills the mite eggs, right? I'm not sure on that. But I basically just take it, I put it in, I spray it with a watered down Nix solution, the Nix cream, and I spray it, and that's what I do. And let's see. Got a dip. That was a while ago. Later, my friend. Let's see. I'm going to have to sort of skip. Solar's Annos, what's going on? If it would work. There we go. Paul Nelson from New Orleans, what's going on? So Johnny says, what's up? If my female ovulates, do I continue pairing? Not at all. So what ovulation is, okay, ovulation is where the midsection of the animal swells up. That is when they actually get, I don't want to say inseminated, fertilized. Okay, so that's when you see the ovulation. Once you see an ovulation, something is going to come out. The follicles will keep growing, whether you're pairing or not. They grow. They go, wow, it's 4.5 centimeters, or 40, 45 millimeters. Guess what? They ovulate and pass eggs or slugs, depending on the amount of sperm and the amount of food and everything else, or they don't ovulate and they reabsorb. Once you see an ovulation, you are getting something. I do not lock. So for us, because we have an ultrasound, once we have multiple locks, 1 or 2, if not 3, to a female, once she's at 30 centimeters, millimeters, or 3 centimeters or more, we stop feeding and pairing, and then we just wait for the ovulation. But once you see an ovulation, definitely do not pair. You're just going to stress her out. Like I said, that's around over 4 centimeters, or let's go 40 millimeters, 45. That's when ovulation occurs. We stop pairing usually 2-3 weeks and feeding 2-3 weeks, a month prior. So that's just what we do. Oh, shit. Look at this. Feel all vain now. But yeah, I feel great, man. Mike Blair, what's up? Odds Gods, great tune. If you could play half in the beginning and half in the end, for sure. I'm going to work on that. A&P, what's up? Oh, look. What's up, brother? Those 2 girls from the barbecue settled in nicely, by the way. Oh, and my lightning laid last week, too. Look at that. You got any lightning combos hatching this year? Lots. Like, I got lots. Like the lightning. I like it. I got lots of it. Oh, shit. Look at Mike's in the house. Wait, he was. I don't know. This was at 8:39. I'm almost an hour behind. Holy shit. What's up, Mike? Love the tune, man. And I appreciate you having me on. Leviathan, Stephen and Courtney, what's going on? Late to the party, you are Chad. EAD man in the house. Selective Reptiles. Mike Caldebla, what's going on? Long time no talk. Hope all is well. I looked at them quickly. I still got to respond. It's been one of those things. But definitely some crazy stuff. Let's see. Oh, Charlie, Reagan, Renee, Royal Pythons. What's going on, guys? Let's see. Oh, Sky High's in the house. What's going on? Brian and Holly, how are you guys? Thanks for popping in, or still staying in. Like, I'm an hour behind. I don't know if there's new people in. Some people left. I have no idea. But you guys are all fucking awesome. I'm just going to start skipping a little bit. Look at this. Holy shit. Paul's in the house. Large Marge. What's going on? Let's see. Just one more exotics. What's up, Billy? Do you think Dream times Chocolate Pastel DG Hypo is a good project to chase? So I like quad stuff. I have Hypo Lav. I have a Hypo Lav adult female. Looks great. It's not like, oh my God, it's fucking mind blowing. But it's still definitely noticeable. I don't know what DG Lav Hypo will look like in Pied. I'm just trying to think. I mean, DG Hypo Pied Clown, I have a lot of it. I think it's better. But I really don't think you can go wrong with the quad. I'm just trying to think, though. DG Hypo Lav, DG Hypo Pieds, fucking love them. DG Hypo, you're making amazing stuff. Hypo Lav's okay. Dream's okay. Hypo Dream will be okay. I don't know how Hypo DG and Lav. I'd have to look into that. But I mean, it's a quad. I love your thinking. A Chocolate Pastel DG Hypo is a fucking amazing animal. You really can't go wrong putting it to a Lav Pied, making those quads with some genetics as well. So I don't think you can go wrong there, my man. Hope all is well too, brother. I've got a female that prolapsed. We got it back and waited 2 weeks and then fed her a very small meal. She prolapsed again. I don't. I think it's vet time. If anybody's here, so I would do sugar water. You know. That's another time too. I will soak my animals. And I don't call it a soak because I'm not putting it into soak. I'm putting it in room temp water maybe a little bit warmer than room temp. I put a lot of sugar on the prolapse to go in. Hydrates her as well at the same time. And a very small meal, but she prolapsed again. That could be just I've had an animal do that and then be fine. I've also had some that can consistently did that and didn't do well. So anything like that, it's always better to go to a vet and get, professional advice. No. And he's been so busy now with his own collection as well as, his, personal training, which is his new job and stuff. And he's taking that business to a new level. So, unfortunately, we don't see him. I was hoping he was going to come by the barbecue, but, when we had, but he didn't. He was tied up for some family stuff. Sean says, "Hey, from England, you love what you do and the info you give us, Billy. Oh, love what you do. Yeah, I appreciate it. Someone tried to scam me with a pick, but it was Ozzy's hands. What the fuck's these fucking scammers? Look at Cuddle Time. Melinda, always here and listening. Thank you for your support. Hope all is well, Melinda. BNS. So Chris says there's a ton of breeders out there breeding stuff that'll blow your mind and just don't show it. Ran into a situation about that the other day. It's been like that for a long time, not just in the last 3-4 years. I can go back to 15 and 16. I'm like, what the fuck? Yeah. Jamie's in the house. Rising Phoenix. Let's see. Mission Morphs. Rodent Restaurant. What's going on? RNS Reptiles. How often do you spot clean your snake clubs? Once to twice a week. Well, once to twice every 10 days. So let's see. And we over spot clean. Like, when there's a little bit of a mess, we'll go like an extra 2-3 inches around and take it all out and, do that. I'm just trying to, man, Luke, look at this. What's up? Oh, Joshua says, don't fall for the crypto. Oh, I'll take a look. I've got a lot of holdings. Like I got Shiba Inu. I got probably 200 billion of it. I got, Shiba. Well, I got something I got a lot of. Like I got it really cheap. And it's actually maybe some money. But yeah, I've done pretty good. I could have done a lot better, but a lot of the stuff, like, some of the Ethereum, holding on to, but, some of the stuff that I bought in early, like crypto.com, and some others, I did really well. I could have sold it and made a lot more, but I ended up selling it, most of it. But I still play and dabble. But I like playing with the stocks that are like, I'll just spend like, $200, $300, $400 and buy 1 million of this shit. And if it goes up, great. And if it does, like I got a lot of Dogecoin still, got that for next to nothing. I'm still, no matter where the market is, I'm still fucking ahead. So, let's see. Lisa says, hello, y'all. What's going on, Lisa? Father, son. Reptiles, what's going on? Holy shit, LD. What is going on? LD Exotics in the house. How you doing? Oh, there's another. Yeah, there you go. Bear. Fucking look at that. Throwing out the knowledge. I was shocked how much better my snakes did when I started raising my own rats. I have noticed that too. The health of the rodents, the care, they're not sitting in. And I'm not saying when you buy rodents from rodent people that, they don't take care of their shit. But I'm just saying, I know my animals are great and where they are in the conditions before I feed them off. So very good fucking point and very true. I've noticed that too. Let's see. I might be skipping some stuff. Yeah, rats suck. Yep. So the growth on snakes, on smaller ASF versus normal size rats is nuts. Yeah. Not to mention the cost savings on ASF per food. There you go. And this is coming from a guy that breeds the motherfuckers, you know? And I don't know if Bergman's on here, but James, I brought him up. But yeah, man, you guys are doing it right. And there is a big difference of oh, well, I'm feeding a small ASF like this compared to this, it's going to do better on the rodent. So I'm going to feed on the Norwegian. So I'm just feeding Norwegians. Okay, but look at the size of their shits. Okay. When I feed an adult snake, an animal 60 to 80 grams or whatever, it doesn't even look like it ate, but it's getting the same nutrition as a big fucking thing that it has to digest and have a big poop. I'm telling you, they do much better on African soft furs. And that's another great point from a breeder. The cost of raising it up, food, the smell, the water consumption, I mean, the space you need for the big colonies, amazing. Like, I have nothing but amazing things to say about fucking ASFs. Like, I'm never going back. Ever, fucking ever. Ever. So, yeah, get that full blown. How you do ASF and feeding? This is so interesting. Do you know how long it takes you to bring a hatchling female to 1,200 grams possible breeding size? It's almost the same amount of time as I do on rats. Let's see. So I would say most of my females are breeding in 2 years, 2.5 years, but my cost, my time is down. Feeding every week isn't very healthy for the snake. Cuts my cost, cuts my feeding. The less they eat, the less they shit. They're digesting the food, all of the food, and they're more lively. My food response is huge. Not like, hey, another time for the rat, and it's sitting there going like, holy fuck, I haven't even digested the last 5 in me. I gotta get another one. But I'm just saying this from what I see from my snakes, and I'm never going back. I have not hit 1,000 gram wall in fucking 6 years. And 1,000 gram wall, especially with your females, you feed them and feed them and feed them and feed them, and they stop eating around 900 to 1,000 grams for 3-4 months. Some of them. I haven't had that. Mine go from hatchling, eat, adult room, eat, and breed. Don't have these animals that go off food for 3-4 fucking months. And on ASFs, I'm probably at 2% of my collection that misses a meal. 2%. When I was on Norway's, I'd be at probably 10%. 10% for me is 200 plus animals that didn't eat. Now I'm lucky to have 20 in my whole collection that didn't eat them. Out of 2,000 animals, 20, 30 don't eat. And a lot of the times too is because they're either now building, to the point where they're gonna, lay eggs, or they're in shed. Some of them don't eat in shed. Way better. I'll never not feed ASFs ever. So, there you go. Ozzy has a good video about my prevention on receiving snakes. It's the procedure that I have always used. There you go. Let's see. Oh, fuck, forward motion in the house. Look at this. 100% agree. 100% agree. No intake or outtake of animals when you do have it. Good call. Let's see. Let's see. Oh shit, Holly, what's going on? Cleaning snakes. Yep. How you been, Holly? Nice to see you here. Nice to see you. Good question, my man. I don't have the exact number, but 6 clutches. 6 clutches in one day. So say if I average 6, 36, so 30 to 40 eggs in one day. Not bad. Alex, what's up? Hope all is well. Say hi to Sandra for me. You guys should call me soon. We should talk. Hope everything's well. What's new? How's the store going? Any more pushback or pullback, or how things going, my man? Florida born in the house. And Monday feeding, yes, all is well. The girl I got from you is about to lay. June 26th is lay day. Awesome. I think that's you're talking to me, or you might be talking to someone else. But no matter what, having a female, whoever you get it from, lay, is fucking awesome. Love it. Waiting on eggs patiently, going crazy. I hear you. So me too. I have 2 females that I think will give live birth because they're hanging on to them eggs hardcore. They're hanging on to them, eh? I hate that too. It's like, come on, lay. And you can just see them, like, let them fucking go. Just lay them. Like, make it easier on yourself. I'll get you some nice food. Oh, am I caught up? I'm fucking caught up. Look at this. I'm actually caught up. Did I skip too much? I think you guys are just chatting there, but I'm caught up a little, which is great. So now I can do this. Let me change the banner. Go back to Husbandry Pro. Going to change the banner now. ARS. And let's go back to the comments and see all you awesome fucking people. What you got? So Joshua, the other half of Sundog Serpents. ASFs are easier to raise, but I'm not sold on the nutritional benefits using them. We're breeding both now and giving the snakes whichever one they prefer. I'd like to look into that, but I mean, Austin. So watching Austin feed, they ate more. They ate all the time. They didn't skip a meal. His females laid more eggs. You know, I just, for me, from feeding them, like I said, I've gone down from 20% of my collection not eating on an average month to fucking 1 to 2%. That in itself. Also, I even feel more comfortable. Okay, so if you're going to feed a small or a medium rat, you know, 100 plus range, I don't feel comfortable double fucking feeding. Okay. Now, if I have an ASF that's 60 to 80, I don't mind putting in an extra one, you know, if I was to double feed. But I've seen, like, I've been feeding every other week now for 6 years, maybe 7 years. I'll never go back to feeding weekly. And I actually had somebody too. And I'm not shitting you. Actually, I think they even mentioned it on one of my lives. They had a hatchling that they fed every week. Okay. And not overfeeding it, proper size, you know, and thing dropped dead. They took it in for necropsy and they opened it up and it came back too much fat and obese. Probably because that animal might have, I'm not sure, but it wasn't digesting the food fast enough because I don't know. Like I said, I just know what I want to do with my collection from what I've heard, from the science, from how ball pythons, like if you think ball pythons eat 40, 50 times in the nature, you know what I mean? You know, not in captivity. Hell no. You know, they're lucky to eat 10 to 12, 15 fucking times, 20 times max in a year, if that. So, you know, their body and their digestive system is not made or good to eat every fucking week. So, like I said, I'll never go back to feeding weekly. And if I do go back to feeding weekly, it's going to be a very small size. But I'd rather just feel a nice size, less work, less cost, healthier for the animal. I'm not noticing any fucking differences. I've got males breeding in about a year. I got females breeding in about 2.5. Know that they're healthy. You're not going to get one of my animals get a necropsy and say, oh, it has too much fat. Oh, it was obese. You're not going to get that from my fucking things. And, so who knows? Birth control. Rammaries. What's going on? All this ASF talk wants me to get rid of Norways. I really wish somebody could actually do it. Like, all I know is what I see and what I've done. All my animals except 1 or 2% miss a fucking meal on a month-to-month basis. I'm not talking, I fed and everything ate, and then it goes back to fucking 200 animals not eating. I've been feeding ASFs for over a fucking year. And before that, I would have 10% of my collection, which is over 200 plus animals, not eat, now down to 20, 30, 40 at the worst case scenario. Okay. My animals are breeding. Okay. They're active. They're like I said, I'm a large scale breeder. I would not ever go back to feeding weekly. And I love ASFs. I love ASFs. And I see benefits of, cost, time, health of the animal. There's just so much. Okay. The rodents don't stink, as bad as the Norwegians. The shit's smaller. A large rat or a medium rat will do more fucking damage to a fucking snake than an ASF. Well, compared to the teeth, I mean, I've seen ASFs do some pretty bad fucking damage to snakes too, but you know what I'm saying? Like, I just see the benefits and I'm, I stick to what I believe, So the size difference of prey is why Norwegian fat rat feeders don't believe and won't switch to ASF. Yeah, and a lot of people, I'm not saying you got to do it. There's some people, unfortunately, that can't even go to ASFs. But for myself, I'm a breeder. I make a living off of my animals. So if my animals can have bigger clutches, get bigger, breed fucking faster, why would I not do that? Because I'm in this to make money and make my collection bigger and live off of it. But at the same time, knowing that I've been feeding every other week, they're digesting more of it because their body does that. I'm still making good clutches. My animals are healthy. And now I know that it's better for that animal. It's cheaper, healthier, less work. I'm never going to switch and go back. Because if it was like, just feed them Norwegians and they get bigger and fat. No, they don't. They don't. But I'd like to see the difference actually of nutrition. But I'll tell you one thing. When you have that much fucking rodent compared to this, the skeletal, there's no nutrition in the skeletal. The skin, the fucking, the fat, some of the organs. That animal that's this big, a lot of it is shit that's not even fucking nutrition for the animal. It's just getting the shit out, not being processed. Oh, but I'm feeding a 200 gram fucking good. I'll feed 100 gram and get 10 times the value out of it. But anyways, that's just me. So the reason humans cook food is to make it easier to digest. Broken down that way, we save calories. Those calories go into growth. You get too philosophical or too... It's almost time to say bye. And now my head's thinking, don't do this to me, Isaac. When a snake eats a smaller ASF, it digests easier and that energy goes into growth. Okay. Like when you eat celery, that reverses calories. Look at you all fucking, technical on us at the end, making me think. But yeah, I mean, I see so much benefit feeding ASFs every other week. I'm never going back. I'm never going back. Never, ever. And even just back in the day when I was feeding rodents, Norwegians, feeding every 2 weeks was way better than feeding fucking weekly. Way better. And I'm not trying to convince you because I don't give a fuck because I'm not selling you rodents. And if I was selling you rodents, hey guys, don't buy from me every week. Buy every 2 weeks. I'd be costing myself money. But guess what? I don't tell people that anyways. You know why? Because it's better for the fucking animal, in my opinion, and also scientists have come in, and the digestive system of a ball python is 10 to 14 days. Okay? So even if I was a rat breeder and sold it, I'd be telling people, hey, you know what? I feed every other week. Cost myself money, but I'm fucking being what I, giving them facts. That's just what I say. So here you go. Rodent restaurant. Female rats are about twice the fat content as a male rats. I've often wondered if snakes with so much fat were eating more females. Also, the reason to feed more male rats than females. So what happens is most breeders hold back the females and give male rats. So, but female rats are about twice the fat content. See, this is something I didn't even know, but it makes sense, right? And I think most people, when they get it from a breeder, they get males because the breeder holds back the females for, their own, for freezing, for the frozen, so that, people can't get them and start breeding their own. And also to hold back so that they have new animals when they cull over and turn over their other racks. Oh, look at you guys. Yes. Awesome. So that's good because you got those ASFs for me, but took them 2 months. Oh yeah, but you got them smaller, right? But yeah, they get along better to me. I always put mine in colonies a lot sooner. But congratulations. Look at you guys. Now watch how it goes. So I was feeding my animals. I wanted them to get the size every 3 days. Billy, you're 100% right. All of them started self-regurgitating and not eating as I feed ASFs as well. And I've switched to biweekly. Awesome. It's like a human being. I can go and have a fucking hamburger every hour. But by the 11th fucking hour, I'm like, your body can't fucking handle that much. I can do it. I'm telling you, my body ain't going to fucking like it. I'm probably going to throw up. I'm definitely going to be shitting, Your body's going to react to fucking something that it's not used to, And if you can get used to it, you're not going to be fucking nice and thin. You're going to be fucking 700 pounds. Can't even wipe your own ass and need to get fucking lifted, you got to look at the health of these animals. Not, I want to get them fucking fast. Oh, I want to get them to breeding size fast. Okay. And risk the fucking health of the animals? Not for me, Anyways, not for me. My man, look at you. Yeah, my snakes none of my snakes refuse them. Like I said, I went down from 200 animals to like 20, 30. Amazing. 10% of my collection to 1 or 2. Fucking incredible. And I'm not talking just last week. I'm talking for fucking the last 10, 12 months. Big difference. I love it. I'm never going back. Never going back. Forward motion. ASF breeding can have a learning curve versus Norwegian. You can do healthcare for your rodents at the vet too. They do blah. Look at this. So yeah. Yeah, and you switched over a year ago and don't regret it, which is amazing. Yeah, I wish you could use ASFs Can you not, can the people that have ASFs that are not allowed, can you not buy frozen? Can you not even use frozen ASFs? Because that'd be another thing too. Red puffy eyes and sores that develop, meaning that they have been breeding too long. I cycle my colonies every 4 months, feeding off the older ones. Yeah, so I do mine around 5 or 6. And the reason why I do 5 or 6 is I put them in, you know, at like a small medium. So they're in there and they're moving around for about a month before they start going, and then they start breeding. So when we cull them about 5 or 6 months later, they're only breeding for probably 4 months, 5 months max. And it's awesome. Like I really like that. Here we go. The rat breeding facility I work at freezes females, and they don't ever sell a female live rat. Yeah. So they'll use it to hold back to you know, get new blood or you know, new breeding colonies in the future, or they freeze them and they give out. Like, that's what I thought. So you do all 3 about the switch. And here's the thing, guys. Don't just take my word for it. Try it. Try it and go, holy fuck, man, this fucking crazy Canuck is fucking right. I see a big difference. Holy fuck, my animals seem healthier. Shit, they're still growing. I like the feeding every 2 weeks. Now it's saving me money. It's saving me time. I love the ASFs now. It doesn't stink as much, especially if you can breed them. It's way fucking better than, I will never, ever, ever breed a Norwegian. I've smelt them. I've seen that. I'm like, there's no fucking way. No way. Okay, so I've done it. I put my feet in the ground. I've been doing it for a year. I've seen results. I've been feeding ASFs for about a year now. I love it. I'll never go back. But I will. I probably will do what Austin does. Get some normal rodents, Norwegians, and maybe like once every month or two, just, you know, give them an extra, you know, especially some of my holdbacks and stuff. Here's some extra fat content while you're growing, you know, every couple months, just, you know, to try it out and see. And if I don't like it, I'm like, nah, fuck it. But I've been doing ASFs only for over a year. Love it. Okay. And there's nothing wrong with changing it up and getting a little bit of fat in here and there. So maybe I'll try it and give you guys the results and see. I'm like, you know, I was a pain in my fucking ass. Like, who knows? But feeding every 2 weeks after 200, 250 grams, I've been doing for like 6 years, maybe 7 years. I'm never going back. Right? But I'm not here to try to sell you. I'm just here to give you information on what we do and what I see and what I believe. And other people are doing it, and they're like, fuck, man, it's way better. So Rodent Restaurant, I breed both Norwegians and ASFs, and I feed every 2 weeks also. I go back and forth from rats to ASFs. I do hold back the females, but sometimes we get overrun with females and freeze them off. Good news. But yeah, there's nothing wrong with changing it. Like, before the last year, I was working with someone else, and they had like, hey, Billy, I got 1,000 mice, adult mice. I got fucking tons of them. I'll give them to you $1 a piece. Holy fuck, how do you say no? Here's a G note. Here's 1,000 mice, adult mice, and I just fed them to everything. Whack, 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 whack. You know, the week later, Norwegians, 2-3 weeks later, ASFs, and I would go back and forth, mostly with Norwegians, but I would have that fucking ASF and the mice. They ate, especially because they were hungry, because we're not fucking jamming a food source down them every goddamn week. When my fucking animals, when it's feeding day, they want to eat. Not like, motherfucker, I still have half the rat from last week in me. You know what I mean? Like, I really believe in it, and I talk about it. If you don't want to do it, I'm not forcing anybody. You know, I'm just telling you what I see and what I do, and I'm a big breeder, and if it was affecting anything, why the fuck would I keep doing it? And it's not like I'm making money off of it. If I was selling rodents, I'd be cutting my fucking sales in half because I'm telling people to feed every 2 goddamn weeks. So, you know. Ah, Jason. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, it is. It is stupid, but you know what? The amount of time and cost to do it right, and the time it takes to get ASFs frozen and package them right, and all the, I get it. Like, you know what? I get it. So frozen ASFs should be able to be shipped into states that can't have live, but the cost, yeah. So, so yes, CFR. I've only fed all my, no, not my females, my entire collection, males, females, ones that identify as roosters and fucking, you know, whatever they want to identify as. Every animal in my collection that is a ball python is fed every 2 weeks. And my hatchlings from out of the egg until about 200, 250 grams, they get fed every week. But once they get to that 200 grams, I want them on the every other week. I feed every other week, twice a month. So crazy Canuck, that's me. So what about feeding every 2 weeks with the Norwegian? I did that for fucking 5.5 years, maybe 6 until now I do ASFs. So, yep, every 2 weeks. So for the last 6, 7 years, I've been feeding my animals every 2 weeks. Only the last year I've been doing solely ASFs. What's up, Nate? Doesn't matter what you're feeding, but every 2 weeks is the jam. Joshua, can I have you call Sarah and talk to her about the 2-week thing? I'm not. I don't care what people do with their collection. So, you know, go to my Patreon, go look up MC Academy. I have 2, if not 3, with Dr. Warren Booth. He will tell you how stressful feeding your fucking ball python is every week, how the heart enlarges, okay, while it's digesting its food. The plasma in the veins thicken to slow the blood movement down so that the ball python can concentrate on digestion. The insides and the stomachs twist and readjust. Okay, so if you're feeding an animal every week, that heart is at full capacity the entire time because it hasn't finished digesting. When you're feeding an animal a week later, it hasn't fully digested the animal. You got a week ago. So that animal is in digestion mode for the fucking entirety of its life. There's some big breeders out there that feed once a month. There's some other bigger breeders that feed once a month. And, you know, they have collections bigger than mine. You know, most of the big, massive breeders, you know, I believe feed every 2 to 3 weeks. Okay. That's what it is in the wild, if less. Like, you know, but you do what you want. And like I said, I'm just spitting facts from what I see from 6, 7 years of doing it and what I've heard and other people. But listen to the science. Watch what they do. So half the cost and half the poop. And it is. So how long? Let me just throw this up, guys, because you guys are awesome. But I do have somewhat of a life. You know, I'll be watching some TV, playing with Tico and Cleo, relaxing a little, and then being on the computer, putting together the packages for tomorrow's 2K Tuesday for Patreon. I'm going to put this up because you guys are fucking awesome. But of course, I'm going to go back to the things. Let's see. How long after first shed do you feed the hatchlings? Good question. I like after they shed. So you'll always see 1 or 2 in the group fucking like take their goddamn time shedding. Like, what the fuck? Like, you know, your siblings have done like, you know, 2, 3 days. I usually wait, you know, once that last one, you know, 2 to 5 days. You know, so they're in there. The last one sheds, they move around. I want to make sure it's one of those days that we're not feeding and stuff. And I go look and it's like, okay, they got to go away. I also like to look if there's a couple other clutches that I don't want to do one and then another one. I'd rather just go and do 3 at a time. So, I don't say, oh my God, it's shed. Let's put it in the thing. Like I wait. I know people that wait up to a week or two, and I think it makes, that first meal because they're hungry, But I would say 3 to 5 to a week is my ratio, depending. Some are 3, some might be a week because I want to do 3, 4 clutches at a time. But yeah, and I've been doing that. I never take them. Oh my God, they just shed. Put them in. I always let them sit there and move around and get used to everything in their new after they shed, and do it like that. So, oh, there you go. There you go. Missouri Rattery for frozen ASFs. Thank you, Bear. You're awesome. Wow, I need to change my feelings. Damn, it's getting way too expensive. Not only that, okay, the digestive system for a ball python is 10 to 14 days, okay? In the wild, they are lucky to eat 10, 12, 15 times in a year. Why are we trying to feed them 52 fucking, why? Because we're trying to feed them like the snakes that were common, colubrids, corn snakes, milk snakes. We were feeding them 3 to 5 days, 3 to 5 days, 3 to 5 days, because their metabolism takes it. So when these animals were brought in from Africa, a foreign species, we fed it like we were feeding the animals that were common here, colubrids. Ball pythons don't come from fucking the United States. They come from Africa, different regions. But what did we have? Hognose. We had milk snakes. We had king snakes. We had all these fucking snakes, rat snakes that are fucking here that were kept and this is how you feed them. Well, we should feed ball pythons the same way. Try feeding fucking a green tree python like we do ball pythons. Big meal every fucking week. It'll be dead in 6 fucking months. Why? Because it's not a fucking ball python. It's not a snake like a colubrid. Different fucking animals have different fucking digestive systems, different needs, different requirements, different housing. You got to understand that, people. And I just do what I think is best for my collection and what I see best for growth, health, and that's where I'm at. So, ASF have higher protein requirement. Anybody have a favorite food they use? Mine's 31% protein. That's just the food. And I also give it black oil sunflower seeds, peas, corn, millet, grains, oat, corn, a whole bunch of a mix. Later, George. I was actually listening to a podcast and they said that they feed once a month and only feed a female more when building. Yeah. And I know people that have done big breeders that only feed once a month and more when they don't need the fucking food that you think they do. And you know what's funny? Half these people trying to jam their animal and get them to fucking breeding size. It's not the weight, it's their body. Their body tells them. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Like, oh, I got my fucking ball python female to 1,500 grams in 8 months. Cool. She's breeding size. Yeah. Tell her insides that. She probably doesn't like, it's fucking crazy. You know what I mean? It's nuts. It's nuts. Steve, what's up? Do you feed your post-lay females every other week too? Or do you try build them up a bit quicker? So what I have done is I always feed every 2 weeks. And one of the reasons why is because that's all I had when I went on with rodents. And this was probably for the last 5 years. I used to order rodents. They got delivered every 2 fucking weeks. I didn't have a chance to fucking feed an off week. Okay. And I didn't want to double feed. So I just fed every 2 weeks. Now that I've been having my own fucking breeding rodents for the last year, now the last 7-8 months this year, we go and we have excess on the weeks that I'm not feeding. We'll go in and we will feed animals that are building. So ones that are pairing and they're building, we'll throw in an extra meal once a month, or maybe even sometimes we've had enough that we've done it like, back to back to back, but she's moving around, she's building, she needs that. But that's only for a good, 2 months? So she might get an extra 4 or 5 meals from us compared to what I normally feed her. And I'll see how that is. But, no regurgitations, none of these fucking animals that are refusing to eat. They're hungry when we feed them because they've digested their food. Animals that are building and growing follicles, they want to, maybe their metabolism's faster, maybe or they're just packing on that weight, but we are putting in extra meals for that purpose. So, Nathan says, we have two emails that won't eat big ASFs. They get 30 to 40 grams every 10 days and are over 1,900 grams after 2 years. Yep. And you know what's funny? I have some of those retired breeders that are 100, 120 grams or whatever they are. I don't weigh them, but they're big. And I tried feeding them, and sometimes they'll just choke them out and that, or I've even had some that just won't eat. But you take a 60 gram or an 80 gram, that's half the size, and you put that in and they'll eat like no problem. So I think that 40 to 60, 70, 80 gram range, like that 60, 70 is the perfect size meal for an adult. So, let's see. Need to collect info from the community about facts and how often they were fed before the fast. One ASF every 2 weeks, If you need extra protein for your ASFs, give them black sunflower seeds and mealworms. They love them. Yeah, I actually produce my own mealworms. I haven't done that yet, but I should. I want to see. That's a good one. I've heard that many, many times, so I should, which is awesome. Phil, what's going on? I learned a lot today. Thank you, Billy and chat, for the awesome information as always. Yeah, and I'll go out saying, with the new song, so you can hear it all if you have 2 minutes. But it's been awesome. And like I said, I'm not here to try to push an agenda. I'm just here telling you what I know, what I've seen, what I do. I don't care what you guys do with your animals. I'm just telling you what I do, what I've seen, the benefits, and not only from what I see, but what I know, what's going on inside the animal. I mean, it's I'm just putting out what I do, like everything. You don't want to cut eggs, then don't. You don't want to feed every other week, then don't. You don't want to feed ASFs, then don't. I'm not trying to force it on you. I'm just trying to be here to tell you what I do, why, and how, and what I think is best. And that's it. That's it. Lovely dreamer. Your information is great. Thank you. I appreciate that. I try. Like I said, I want to see people do well. I want people to succeed. I want animals to be healthier. I want people to enjoy this whole process. Doesn't mean my way is the only way, but I'm telling you what I do in facts. Look it up, try it. And if it works, holy shit, this is amazing. I'm glad I did it. Or fuck that, I'm going back. You see me do it, like with my incubation. I'm doing it. I'm taking the time and the risks and everything else that could go to try to be a better breeder, to try to find newer ways to do it and see and compare. I don't just do it because someone told me to. So that's it. 100%. Bye, y'all. Let's see. You're very welcome. You're very welcome. And, yeah, they love the mealworms. Thanks, man. Great fucking show. Awesome. So thank you, Joshua. I'm going to have a little word with Sarah. I hope you guys are doing awesome. Let's see. I'm going to put this on. Let's see. Is it still here? Here we go. Listen to it because it's pretty badass. I like it. No, we got to do it from the beginning. Ready?
My channel, my content, I'm the man with the morse. Billy Rose in the house, breaking down those doors. Mutation, creation, making waves, that's the norm. With the snakes in my hand, feel the power transform. Yo, it's Billy Rose, let me tell you a tale. From the heart of Canada, where the pythons prevail. Got the rack stack high, morphs that'll make you smile. From clowns to ultra males, I'm running this reptile now. Started from the bottom, now collections elite. Feeding asfs, every snake gets a treat. With the community tight, I'm the breeder you seek. Mutation, creation, every day of the week. Social media buzzing, see the followers grow. On YouTube, Instagram, watch a Billy Rose show. The Hatchling to the Giants, got the genetics on lock. In the reptile game, I'm the TikTok of the clock. Channel my content, I'm the man with the morse. Billy Rose in the house, breaking down those doors. Mutation, creation, making waves, that's the norm. With the snakes in my hand, feel the power transform. Gold scissors in hand, cutting clutches with flair. Reppin' Toronto, Canada, you know I'm rare. Team Ultra Male strong, colors vivid and bright. In the world of ball pythons, I'm shining the light. Handling the pythons with precision and care. Every stripe, every pattern, got the flair to compare. Networking worldwide, with breeders on the scene. Billy Rose setting trends, living out the dream. The convincing to the shows, repping hard every day. With the fans and the fam in the game, we stay. Got the dedication, the fire and the drive. In the reptile revolution, we're keeping it alive. From the incubators warm to the racks on the line. Billy Rose got the knowledge with a mastermind. With every snake that hatches, another goal we find. Mutation, creation, always one of a kind. My channel, my content, I'm the man with the morse. Billy Rose in the house, breaking down those doors. Mutation, creation, making waves, that's the norm. With the snakes in my hand, feel the power transform. Feel the power transform. With the snakes in my hand, feel the power transform. My channel, my content, I'm the man with the morse. Billy Rose in the house, breaking down those doors. Mutation, creation, making waves, that's the norm. With the snakes in my hand, feel the power transform.
Pretty badass, must say. It's pretty cool.
Creation, making waves, that's the norm. With the snakes in my hand, feel the power transform.
Have a fucking awesome rest of your evening. Awesome week. Yeah, that's it. Keep doing what you're doing. Do some research. Look into some shit. You know, one thing that I know is over the years, I had to try new things, especially before Patreons, YouTube channels, social media. I had to adjust and try different things and watch and see how my animals and how I liked it, you know, how they reacted and said, okay, I'm going to do this and I'm going to change this. So now being a successful breeder, I'm still changing things. I'm still doing things differently and finding out. So I do definitely recommend you guys to do that. There's so much knowledge and a great knowledge and information that's out there. You might want to use the way I do this and other people the way they do that. Make your own decision. Try shit out. Don't just say, you know, I'm just going to keep doing this because that's what I've always done. Make changes and find out, because what you've always done could be something better. You can always improve in every aspect of your life. Breeding rodents, living, everything. And you know, that's it. So Billy needs to drop an album. 2 Live MC crew. Good night, everybody. You guys are awesome. Have a good one. Be safe. Keep doing what you're doing. And thank you guys for love and support. And I got you. Bye, guys.